Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This evening I'm going to be doing a review. This movie is an animated film from Scandinavia. Sweden, Denmark, Norway and Finland all contributed for this one. It's an animated film released in the year 2009, directed by Tarik Saleh, and this movie is called Metropia. And the story to Metropia is as follows. Metropia takes place in a not-so-distant future. The world is running out of oil and the underground train systems have been connected into a gigantic subway network beneath Europe. Whenever Roger enters this system, he hears a stranger's voice inside his head. He looks to the mysterious Nina to help him escape the disturbing web of the metro, but the further they travel, the deeper they get involved in a dark conspiracy. So the movie centers around conspiracy theories and paranoia. It's set in the not-so-distant future in Europe, and Europe has become a dystopia. It's really fallen into ruin since the millennium, and in a way for Europe to function properly, all the underground railway systems have been combined. So every railroad track in Europe has been combined together to make a gigantic metro system. So this is the way the world works now. So the main character, Roger, every time he goes into the metro, he can hear a voice inside his head. Initially, he thinks he's going crazy, but then he meets the beautiful Nina, who tells him that there is a conspiracy theory that's involving the European Council and their mind control tactics. They're trying to have mind control over everybody and have everybody in control. So initially, Roger thinks that this is just a crackpot theory, but then he wants to know the truth. He wants to know if he really is insane or if there is some truth to this conspiracy. And in finding the truth, he puts himself in danger. So that's all I'm going to say on the movie. If you want to know more, please go out there and see this movie for yourself. Now, my thoughts on the film. I'd given up the opportunity to see this one for so long, based on the majority of opinion, saying that this film was all about the visuals and nothing else. It had no depth. So that's not the type of film that I go for, and unfortunately I listened to the majority, and for so long I put it off. Now I finally got to watching it, and I can say that I really, really regret not seeing this film earlier, because I feel that to say that this movie has no depth is misunderstanding the film. It is a very, very subtle movie. It's not in your face, so if you're only a casual viewer, I would say skip this one. But if you like your movies that are going to make you think, and you like looking under the surface of a film, then this one's definitely for you, because it's not only about the visuals. Now, there's a little negative that I didn't like about the movie, but I will go through the positives, and thankfully there are far more positives. Now, the biggest positive of the film is the unbelievable graphics. The animation is absolutely superb, and it shows that the more we go on in the future, the better the animations get, because this one is second to none. There is a lot of money that has been put into this movie, and not one single cent has been misused. The animation in this film borders on reality, so it's a thin line between reality and animation, and it's just so well polished that it's just unbelievable to look at, and it's an absolutely stunningly gorgeous piece of film work. So if you're a fan of animation, this is definitely one to get, because there is no other animation out there that looks as good looking as this one. Now, I really like the way that apparently the director has a background in artistic work, graffiti, so you can really tell that because he portrays a very unique world. It is a dystopian kind of world. It's in repression and things are not so good for Europe. So he's created a very dull atmosphere. It's very grey, black and white sort of picture, but there's also some other little colours here and there, but it's not a bright and colourful film, and it's not a movie that's going to make you feel good. The whole film has a feeling of dread, it has a feeling of hopelessness, and that you really get the feeling that the higher corporations are really having control over people, and it brings a certain level of paranoia. Now, that's the biggest theme of the film, paranoia. And I also feel that a theme that nobody talks about, but I actually think is very evident in the film, is that of mental illness, paranoid schizophrenia in particular. The world of Roger gets very, very small as he feels that no one else can be trusted and that people are listening to him. And as a viewer, you're kind of paranoid that, there might be someone out there listening to them, but then again, it might be just your mind playing tricks on you, which is really the attributes of a paranoid schizophrenic. Now, I've never suffered from paranoid schizophrenia, but I have been around a lot of people with that sort of problem. So it really did give me the feeling, of that sort of mental illness, which no one really picks up. So I actually feel it's a very interesting point to make about the film. Now, apart from the gorgeous visuals, the voiceovers were superb. There's an all-star cast. We've got Vincent Gallo, Stellan Skarsgård, who is a Swedish cinematic legend, Udo Kier, who is German, fantastic actor, Alexander Skarsgård, who is the son of Stellan Skarsgård, and Juliette Lewis, who is a very prominent American actress. So they bring a much more colour and depth to the characters as well. And I actually thought it was really well done in the fact that most characters kind of seem robotic in their movements, which also gives you the impression that it's a mind control, and it brings that level of paranoia once again to the front. The ending was very subtle, it's not in your face, and it just followed the actual theme of the whole film. It is a very subtle movie, it's a very slow burner, and it really does have a simplistic plot. And that's probably my only criticism of the movie. It is very simplistic and it doesn't really have twists, but it maintains a very high quality level of film work for the film. But you really have to look under the surface to get the full appreciation of it. So if you're only a casual viewer, I would say stay away. But if you're a film fan who likes intelligence and you like movies that are going to test your limits, and you're appreciative of a good animation, this is definitely a film for you, because I actually thought it was very, very good. Very underrated, and more people should be talking about this. So I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. Definitely a movie I would say go out there and see, but it's definitely not a movie that everybody's going to enjoy. But I certainly enjoyed it, and I feel it's very, very underrated. So that's Metropia, 4 out of 5. Alright guys, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye.